Hey, good morning, xToolers. Today I wanted to share the ATOMM Store. I haven't really talked much about it, but there are a lot of files in here that you can do some cool stuff with. And I think there's maybe a little bit of misunderstanding about the store. So I wanted to go in and just show you. As you can see, if you click into Explore, oh, by the way, they will want you to be signed into this, but most of these files, or a lot of the files anyway, are free. So you can go in, download these, and just start making stuff. So it's cool. And the thing that I think maybe a little bit of a misunderstanding is you can see you've got different projects by different machines. And that's really not the case. I want to show you one that I did because I use this for, you can see, for the things that I've been searching. But ear, that was a misspell. And I was trying to type beer because yesterday I was looking to make, and I'll show you the glass that I made, was this. So that was cool, and I was just looking for some kind of a design. I was actually running some stuff just as practice to see what my settings needed to be and things like that. And so I was looking for something. I had a wine glass too that I was looking for that I wound up, it didn't go so good. But you can see this design here, save beer, or save water, drink beer. That is that design. So even though it was actually put on wood, it was done with the M1 Ultra 20 watt, that's not what I did with it. So you can, let me just show you, you can open this in xTool. You will be prompted to do, if you're not signed in, you'll be prompted to sign in. Log in, yeah, I have two different logins, joy. So anyway, here's the file. So once you get the file in, if your machine will do whatever that material is that's in that the original file was designed for, that's cool. It'll do it. It doesn't matter if it's an M1, S1, F1. If your machine will run that material, you can download that particular design and run it. But you can also change it and put it on different machines on different materials like the glass here. The way you do that is just by choosing whatever machine you want to run this on. So you saw, I think it was, what was it, the M1? Yeah, this thing was set, was originally run on an M1, but I can run this if I want my, wow, where'd my S1 go? Okay. So it's just going to ask you if you want to switch. You say yes. And now it's set up for the M1. And if I want to run it on whatever material, so say I'm going to run this on basswood, or even, let's just say rock. So let's do the coaster. Here's the settings that xTool suggests for running those stone coasters. And then you can put this on a coaster and you're good to go. So the ATOMM Store is really, there's a lot of creative things in here. And like I say, if you click Explore, I think it makes you think you need this machine, and some of them you do. This thing, the apparel printer, you're probably going to need that to run this, but not everything. And I just like to search, obviously. There was the champagne glasses I was looking for. So you've got all these things in here. Now you could take this and do, see, this says F1, so I've run a lot of glass on F1. It does a good job too. You just need the marking paint. But say you get this file and you want to, so it's set up for the F1, but say I really want to run it, just go back to the S1. I want to run it with the S1 switch, and I want to run it on basswood. Apply. There we go. Now we've got that. This is, looks like I'm missing half the file. That happens too. I'm glad that happened because that does happen where it'll sometimes if you change the machine, it will take the design off your screen. You may have to go look for the design, but very doable. And there we go. And then of course, if you wanted to change the names, you just change them. So John, Kimberly, and you're good to go. And then if you don't know, there's the align tool, which this, for whatever reason, took me a while to figure out, but everything's aligned perfectly in here. So that's really cool. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. Oh, have you never noticed this distribute? Let's talk about that real quick too, because if you're moving stuff around, sometimes I used to try, and when I was early on, before I had used this software very much, I would find myself trying to get this centered and that centered, and you don't have to do that. If you look at this distribution, once you've got multiple things selected, now look, if we just select the one thing, that's not there. But that's not an option to choose anyway. But if we do this now, we've got this distribute, and we can do horizontally or vertically. So you can see it moves everything odd on that. But if we go to vertical, you can see it just moved the heart down. So now everything is evenly aligned, and it looks much better on an. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer anything. If you know anybody you think this video may help, please share it with them. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Talk soon. See you. Bye.